Former President Donald Trump expects to be indicted again after getting a letter from the Justice Department. The message Trump received is called a target letter. We want to know more about that, so we brought in WATE 6 on your side legal analyst Greg Issacs. Greg, thank you for being here.
Lori, it's good to be here.
First things first, what is a target letter?
Well, Lori, when you go to your mailbox, that is something you don't want to see. A target letter is from the Department of Justice, typically the U.S. Attorney's Office, and it notifies you that you are the, quote, target of a criminal investigation. And it does two things. One, it puts you on notice of the federal statutes the government alleges that you have violated, and then it gives you an opportunity to come in and chat, to talk.
So that's what could be next.
That's what could be next. So typically, if you receive a target letter, you meet with your lawyers, and you can do one or two things. You can say, all right, we know we're a target of investigation. You want to know how imminent the time frame is, or you say, let's come over and discuss whether there's a potential to make this go away or to enter into plea negotiations prior to a formal charge being filed, an arrest, etc.
We're hearing that things could move pretty quickly, but that's on the national scale. We'll have to see. But what does the sending of this letter say about this case against former Trump? He's already been indicted before.
Well, it says two things, and it says them very loudly. It says, one, we are unequivocally stated, we think you are violating the law. We think you have violated the law. And if something doesn't change, if we can't resolve this, you are going to be charged. And it also signals that it's going to be imminent. So what the lawyers do, they're going to have to make a decision, one, whether to say, we do not want to enter into a dialogue with the government. We have nothing to say to you, but we want to know, can we turn ourselves in? What's the timing, etc. Or conversely, you set a scheduled time and you meet with the prosecutors and you hear what they have to say. Sometimes you respond, sometimes you don't. Very important, often you sign a proffer letter, which is called a castigar letter. So during this meeting, you can exchange and share information that later can't be used against you.
Interesting.
So you have this off-the-record meeting, you're king or queen for the day, and you say, okay, I did this, here's why. They say, no, we think it happened this way. Here's why you violated these statutes. And then if there can be a resolution, sometimes the case is resolved. But
what would be resolved, though?
Well, here's the problem. These prosecutions are driven by the federal sentencing guidelines. And Lori, there is not a lot of flexibility. And in this case, sources say there are three crimes that President Trump is a target of. One is deprivation of rights. The other is conspiracy to defraud the United States and tampering with a witness or informant. They carry up to 10 years, so very unlikely that they could reach an agreement. But it's going to be interesting because this case now, there was a lot of speculation, is going to go forward, and I think the president is going to take that target letter and look at it, read it, crumple it up, and put it in file 13 and say, let's go forward.
We'll be watching. Greg, thank you. And if you have a legal question, send it to AskIssacs@WATE.com. And remember, we talk with Greg Issacs every Wednesday at 5:30 right here on WATE 6 on your side.